And now, it's time for Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk hookup. For the next 2 hours, join Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, Corey Sandin, and this week's special expert guest for fishing information, new techniques to catch more fish, and the most current scoop on what's happening in the water. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Yamaha Outboards. Reliability starts here. By Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. And Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. Get ready for the fastest 2 hours on radio with the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Good morning, anglers, and welcome to Let's Talk Hookup. I'm Pete Gray with Rock Cod Rick Maxa. We're in the mighty 1090 studios with Jeff Hughes and Dan Hasbrouck from H&H Marine. We're going to be talking Yamahas. We're going to be talking service. We're going to be talking boats and a lot more. You stay tuned. This is Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
A few years ago, Shimano introduced the Tranx 500 reel, and it changed the way we cast for big fish. Now, by popular demand, Shimano has created two new sizes. Introducing the Tranx 300 and 400, available now at your local Shimano dealer. Tranx is the dream reel for throwing big baits and catching big fish. X-Ship and HEG technologies combine to provide massive cranking power with a smooth, effortless retrieve. Plus, Shimano's new Core Protect water-resistant technology provides long-lasting durability in the harshest environment. The new Tranx 300 and 400 are available in 2 gear ratios and 2 different handle designs to cover all fresh and saltwater applications. See the new Tranx 300 and 400 at your local Shimano dealer. Tranx, it's not just a new reel, it's a way to fish. Check Shimano.com for all the details. One of the dream trips for most anglers is Alaska. There are so many lodges. How do you make a choice? It's easy. Choose the one most Let's Talk Hookup listeners return to time after time. Kingfisher Charters in Sitka, Alaska. No one does it better than Kingfisher Charters. They offer the best service, the most comfortable accommodations, fantastic food, and the finest charter captains in Sitka. All for the ultimate value. One visit and you will understand why nobody beats Kingfisher Charters. Sitka is famous for some of the best runs of salmon in Alaska. And if giant Alaskan halibut is your target, the expert captains at Kingfisher Charters know the hot spots and can put you on a fish of a lifetime. Plenty of rockfish and huge lingcod are there too. And when it comes to fish processing, the best in Alaska is Kingfisher Charters. It's all included in your package. In fact, everything is included except tips. It is truly amazing how the Kingfisher crew continues the quality of service they deliver year after year. Kingfisher Charters, 800-727-6136, or check kingfishercharters.com. Quality is the name of the game at Seaforth Sport Fishing in Mission Bay. Free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, plus a great fleet. It's no wonder Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limits, El Gato Dos, Pride, Tribute, Tomahawk, Prowler, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or regular open party schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen for fishermen in Mission Bay.
We all need to get around, but we all need something different from our vehicles. Your San Diego County Ford dealers have you covered if you're looking for a new truck this month. Plus, it's SUV season, so they have great deals for everyone. Whether it's a new EcoSport that is nimble and fun around town, or the Ford Explorer that is capable of putting a boat in the water and has seating for 7, Ford has you covered. Ford trucks and SUVs aren't just powerful and legendary. They have the latest technology that helps you seamlessly connect your smartphone and ensure you're safe on the road. Features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on trucks are truly a game changer at the ramp, helping you back up a trailer by simply turning a knob on the dash and doing the hard work for you. So check out all the great deals during SUV season and save some money on the right gear for you. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. What a cool show today is going to be, man. You want to talk about a mix of stuff. If you're a guy that likes private boating, there's two dudes in here that have everything covered.
Indeed. Jeff Hughes, Dan Hasbrouck. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hello, boys.
Good morning.
Great to have you. Get right friendly with those mics.
Absolutely.
And so tell us, what is H&H Marine, guys?
Well, basically, me and Jeff here hooked up at Dana Landing. We were both working there, and we saw that that San Diego needed a place to get boats serviced. So his last name's Hughes, my last name is Hasbrouck.
Yeah,
so
that works.
H&H Marine got started. Now we're a Yamaha dealer, Mercury dealer. We actually got Striper boats. Those just came in November, so we're pretty excited about those.
Wow. So Striper's a fishing-style boat, center console and walk-arounds. I used to have one. Great boat.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we got the 2 walk-arounds in stock right now, a 20-footer and a 23-on trailer. We're going to take them to the Sunroad Boat Show if anybody wants to come see them.
Awesome.
So,
That's next weekend?
It is next weekend. Yeah, excited about that one.
Yeah, that'll be good. And then, of course, you're a certified Yamaha dealer.
That's right.
Yeah. And, Jeff, you're the Yamaha man.
We try to be.
Yeah, try to be. You've worked on Ricky's boats, worked on my boats, and you do much more than Yamaha, too, right? You do it all.
We do. We'll work on anything that comes in the door. We prefer, Yamaha outboards if we can, but, we just picked up Mercury lines. We're doing some warranty work and some stuff for them now as well. But Suzuki, Honda, inboards, Mercruisers, Volvo drives, really any trailerable boat. That's really what we're targeting is, the folks that have trailerable stuff, and you just get them a local service center that gets them back on the water as quick as possible, really.
Yeah. That's your main focus is outboards, but you do other things too, right?
Yeah.
Like diesel engines.
Yep.
I know that for a fact.
On 36 Pacificas specifically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We've just ramped up our mobile services, so
that's huge.
Yeah. So with that comes a little other stuff, right? So we first opened and we were targeting the trailerable guys, and we're still focused on that, but we're now kind of putting into service a mobile service unit, and we'll come to your boat, we'll come to your home, come to your slip.
What a great service. I mean, that's huge just to be able to, take one, that's taking a full day out of it. Guy works every day of the week, and tough to get the boat down, everything else. The fact that you could come out to the house and service the boat for him or in the water, wherever it may be, what a huge advantage that is.
No doubt.
Yeah, we think so. Actually, I'm headed to Escondido tomorrow, and, it's just...
You'll go pretty much anywhere in San Diego County?
Yeah.
Yep. Wow. So... This is a big deal, too, for guys like Rick or myself that have boats with outboards that live in the water.
Yes.
With no trailer.
Sure.
Tell us about that service that you offer.
Well, we do have haul-out service available for everything from routine maintenance to, bigger overhaul stuff, because we do have our shop local right on Garnet Avenue in PB. So, you call me up, we make an arrangement. We'll even go... Say you can't be there, leave the keys. I'll go take the boat, bring it around, put it on the trailer, haul it out,
do
the service, put it back in the slip, bring it to the shop, do the repair, put it back in the slip, all that stuff. So it's just logistics and working out the details with the boat owners and stuff.
Yeah, and that's a big deal. You just have that.
I was just going to say that's the exact service that we just had done, and it's no blowing smoke for these guys. It was as professional as could possibly be, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, you have your boat in the hands of true professionals, and same deal. Both myself, my boat partner were gone at the time, and the boat was untied and put on the trailer perfect, and service done, and back tied up, ready to go, ready for the next fishing trip. With no time out of your own schedule, and everything was just perfect, as professional as could ever be. We were really, really happy.
Yeah, and one thing I can tell you about Jeff, because he's worked a lot on my boats, and when he says he's going to get it done, he gets it done. And that's one of the, and that in the marine industry right now, you're smiling, Dan.
That's right.
It's really hard to find
Absolutely.
That in the marine industry. And if there's an issue, he's going to call you and let you know what's the problem. So that's a big deal, Jeff. And that's something that you can. So basically, it's reliable marine service is what I would like to call
it. It is, and really it's Jeff's the brand. I mean, H&H is both our last names, but I mean, I hooked up with him because of my experience with him. I mean,
sure.
He knows what he's doing, and he's fully transparent about everything.
Yeah, we all met him at Dana Landing. You
yeah.
were and still are kind of the head mechanic at Dana Landing, sort of, right?
Sometimes.
Yeah, because they have a lot of moving parts over there, no doubt about it. But how did you get into the whole Yamaha thing? How and why did you get into Yamaha?
Being at Dana Landing for almost 10 years, the fleet, Stephen's fleet had transitioned from inboard to Yamaha stuff. both outboards and jet skis. And, when you're dealing with maintaining a rental fleet of 40 to 50 boats, Yamaha just seemed like the right brand. Right. Parts were easy to get, and they're actually fun to work on. They're easier to work on, I think, than the other brands. That's just a personal preference, and they're reliable. I mean, they'll run forever if you take care of them the right way. I mean, Ricky, your boat's got 2,000 plus hours on it already, and we've pulled a motor off Pete's boat a couple of years ago and gave it to another guy with 2,500 hours on it, and that thing's still running. I mean, if you take care of these motors, they'll run, forever. So that was the brand that I like the best, and
it's the most reliable brand. You want something that's reliable on the water, right?
Absolutely.
If you buy one of those and hook up with a guy like Jeff and are just religious about your maintenance, and that's what we are. We don't stretch it. We don't do a little more. We don't, we'll just skip this one. We do every 100 hours, no matter what. We have a guy like Jeff that knows what he's doing, do the service. They just run forever. We have 2,000 hours with virtually no issue. I mean, the boat, it's just they're as solid as could ever be. As long as you're good on filter and good on lubricant, they don't break. They just run all the time. We're so happy.
But take care of it, right, Jeff?
That's the most important thing you can do.
Maintenance does really matter. Sometimes people overlook it, like you said, and one of the things that we like to tell our customers is that, when you're in there, water pumps are a great example. Dropping that lower unit, people forget or don't want to do it, or, the boat lives in the water. Sometimes I've heard of folks that, I just had my oil changed. It's like, did you change your gear oil? Well, no, the boat was in the water, and,
right.
You can't just neglect that piece of it. You have no idea what's going on.
That's an important part, that
sure.
whole lower unit.
Oh, if you want to go someplace.
Yeah, if you want that prop to turn, right?
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Part of the service is not just changing the fluids and changing the filters. You do visual inspection, you see stuff, you kind of clean it up, put it back together. Taking the lower unit apart, greasing those bolts, greasing the splines, greasing the shaft, keeping everything lubricated for the next time you have to take it apart, really also helps. I mean, that's part of what the maintenance is just keeping everything in a working order, not just replacing the filters and the fluids, even though that's also very important. But it saves you a lot of hassle in the long run.
Totally.
When you can't get the lower unit off because there's a seized bolt, then you have to drill it out, then you have to, do additional work, and it just costs the customer more money. So.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
New motors aren't cheap, but maintenance in comparison to repowering your boat is the biggest savings in the world.
Yep.
You can so easily be like, I'm gonna let this one skip. I didn't put that many hours. I'll get it done next season. Like, those are the things that end up costing you in the long run. Routine maintenance with a good person, like Jeff. That's the cheapest thing you can do for your boat.
Yeah. If you take care of your car, you got to take care of your boat even more, right?
Well, yes.
It lives in salt water.
Salt water is the worst.
It's an unhappy environment.
Yeah,
that's right.
No doubt. And Dan, tell us about the new innovations at H&H, the Striper line of boats.
Yeah,
right?
that's huge. I had no idea. I'm stoked for you guys.
Yeah, we're really excited about that. Stripers, me and Jeff talked about what boat company to call. We recognize that walk-arounds are kind of a big hit around Southern California, and nobody was making them anymore. And we noticed that Striper came back out. It's a great name. When you go on Craigslist, you see used Stripers. People know it.
Yep.
So they wanted a dealer here, and we wanted to sell them. We got our two in November. Like I said, we're going to be at the boat show next weekend at Sunroad. Pretty happy with the fit and finish on the boat, actually. Little concerned, and then it showed up, and we were very impressed.
And where are they built now?
They just moved from Wisconsin to Elkhart, Indiana, where a bunch of other boats are built.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
So 23 Rock Around, I used to have one. It's the same design as it always been, kind of a tried-and-true design.
Yeah. The hull's really, really nice. It's got a dead rise that really, truly goes to the back instead of a step down. I mean, you do get a nice 21-degree all the way back, which is super nice.
Yeah. Now, do you get to put a Yamaha outboard on it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Come equipped with Yamaha?
Yeah, the 20-footer's got a 150, and the 23's got a 250 on it, which is nice. And,
wow.
So
that's plenty of power.
Yeah, it's a lot of power for that boat. It'll be nice.
Yeah. So boat, motor, and trailer package. One thing I remember about Striper is a well-built boat, but a pretty reasonable price. What are you out the door in boat, motor, trailer for a 23 walk?
The 23 walk, right now, actually, with the boat show special, MSRP is like 110. We're going to get it out the door probably about 88. 85 to 88.
Boat, motor, trailer.
Exactly.
With a 250.
With a 250,
That's awesome.
And honestly, if we get that thing registered up, we're at a 5-year warranty with Yamaha. Yeah.
Wow.
So
yeah, they have that new program right now. Is that also on repowers with Yamaha right now?
Yes.
Yeah. So you get an extra 3 years of warranty.
Right. So for the bigger motors, 150s and above, I believe, it's an extra 3 years.
That's huge.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's big.
Yeah. So you get a 5-year warranty if you want to repower your boat right now.
Yep, right now, till the end of March.
Till the end of March, yeah. That's a great deal. Well, as you can hear, we have a great show lined up for you today. A lot to talk about, engines and engine questions, boat questions. These guys are a wealth of knowledge when it comes to running things on the water.
Yeah, bait tanks. I mean, maintenance. The whole thing there. That's what I'm saying. I mean, these guys from new boats to servicing boats to seeing problems to fixing problems and everything in between. If you're a boater, these are the guys for you. And what a great opportunity to talk to these guys this morning. If you want to join us, be a part of Let's Talk Hookup, there's 2 ways that you can do that. First is with our local line, which is 858 area code 457-1090. Again, 858-457-1090. That's a local number. Or reach us toll free. That toll-free number, 877-792-1090. One more time, 877-792-1090. Not only are we talking boats and motors and tanks and everything today, we are also giving away such a killer prize to one lucky caller at the end of the show today. Pete, you made the mention yesterday, another awesome year representing what we feel is the very best sunglasses in the world, and that's Maui Jim's. And one lucky caller at the end of the show today is going to win a brand new pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. We're giving away a pair of the Big Waves. It's a great frame with the translucent matte gray color. The lens is the killer new blue Hawaii lens, and of course that Maui Pure lens, a really, really nice pair of glasses for one lucky caller at the end of the show today.
Again, Maui Pure is an amazing innovation that they've come in. It's not glass, but it's almost as good as the optics in glass. Super lightweight, so you get a big frame like the Maui, like the Big Wave, and you put this Maui Pure in it. It is their most popular lens that they make because it's amazing.
Yeah, and they're so light. They are so lightweight. It's a really, really great lens and a great pair of glasses. And, again, we're stoked to get to be representing Maui Jim for another year and stoked to give them to you. Again, if you want to get your shot at winning those Maui Jims, or better yet, your chance to talk to Jeff and Dan, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. When we come back, we're going to be taking your phone calls. Lots of great info coming your way. You stay tuned. You're listening to Southern California's sport fishing voice. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
Rancho Leonero was awarded the Certificate of Excellence from TripAdvisor for 4 straight years. Especially interesting, most hotels are just hotels. Most people stay in the hotel and go do their activities elsewhere. Rancho Leonero, of course, provides fishing, diving, all activities, all meals, your whole vacation. So the fact that we're so highly rated, we're very proud of it. From picking you up at the airport to dropping you off, literally everything is turnkey from there. We make it as easy as we can for you at the ranch. From your meals to whether you're going to go fishing or diving or just hang out by the pool. When you're coming to Rancho Leonero, you are coming to John Ireland's home. I guarantee the best fishing vacation experience in all of Baja. That's unique. There's nowhere that I could think of to get the same experience that you get at Rancho Leonero. Our new reservation phone number is 800-646-2252, 646-BAJA, and RanchoLeonero.com. It's really unique. It is. We're very proud of it.
This is Greg Stotesbury from AFCO. For more than 58 years, the American Fishing Tackle Company has been recognized as the premier manufacturer of precision-built offshore fishing tackle. AFCO continues this tradition today with an innovative technical fishing clothing line designed and built by fishermen for fishermen. From our next-generation waterproof shorts like Tactical or Stealth to our new anhydrous waterproof jacket and bibs, the entire AFCO clothing line is purpose-built with the latest AFTEC fabrics and features designed to deliver for the demanding angler. To find AFCO products, go to AFCO.com and find a dealer near you.
When it comes to Southern California sport fishing, 2 names stand out: Fisherman's Landing Tackle and Shimano. Hi, this is Doug Kern. No one makes more lures that get bit by more fish than Shimano. Colt Sniper jigs, Colt Sniper jerkbaits, Pop Orca, Butterfly, and the amazing Shimano Flatfall jig. Our professional saltwater experts at Fisherman's Landing Tackle will help you choose the right Shimano jig for your next trip. When it comes to Shimano jigs, you owe it to yourself to visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego or on the web at saltwatertackle.com.
It's big, it's comfortable, and she is beautiful. The state-of-the-art long-range sport fishing vessel, the Independence. Veteran captains Mark Paisano and Paul Strasser built this incredible 112-foot vessel with the most modern technology and luxurious comfort available. Captain Jeff DuBois has helped make the Independence a top-notch operation. Call Independence Sport Fishing at 619-226-6006 or check the availability on spring, summer, and fall trips now at IndependenceSportFishing.com.
Yamaha Outboards Say Yes to Reliability sales event is here. For a limited time, purchase an eligible new 2.5 to 115 horsepower four-stroke and get 5 years of warranty protection plus up to $500 in dealer credit. New 150 to 300 horsepower four-strokes get 6 years of warranty protection. Yamaha. Reliability starts here. Visit your local Yamaha dealer today. Offer ends March 31st, 2019, subject to change at any time. Other restrictions and conditions apply. See authorized participating Yamaha outboard dealers for details. This promotion cannot be used with any other Yamaha offer.
XEPRS 1090 AM Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego's sports leader. The home of ESPN Radio. The mighty 1090.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the mighty 1090.
Indeed, talking boats and motors, and let's talk bait tanks for a second. You guys are doing a great job with bait tanks now, right? The real bait tanks. We're talking Southern California bait tanks.
That's right.
Yeah. Right?
Yep. We've hooked up with Randy up at Blue Water.
Yeah.
And
it makes a great tank.
Yeah, they're awesome. And we have, carrying inventory, especially the smaller ones, 38s, 48s. I mean, that's mostly what the trailerable guys are going for. And, we just ordered a custom one with a leaning post in for somebody. Probably do that installation next week. And
awesome.
Yeah, people are really enjoying it, and they're a great tank.
So if you have a center console that's got, like, the molded bait tank seat, takes up way too much room, doesn't carry bait good, isn't a fishing deck space, you could bring it in, rip the whole thing out, and put a true lean post bait tank combo in, free up space, and actually increase bait capacity and have it live throughout the day.
Absolutely.
Huge.
Yeah, actually have it live.
Yeah,
that's a good point. We're so reliant on live bait. This is such an important factor when it comes to purchasing a boat. And so when they buy a striper from you, you guys have recommended bait tanks that you put in?
Yeah, we've got that there, and especially if you're going to buy a new boat for me, I can certainly do something by putting a bait tank with it. They actually have two live wells on the boat that I was actually impressed with. They're a little bit larger and have a better design, but the Blue Water is the Blue Water. I've used it on all my boats. Like we were saying, we do all the installs with those. So.
Yeah. Randy at Blue Water or Mark at Pacific Edge or whatever will tell you installation is a key factor when it comes to putting the bait tank. You can't just buy a bait tank and then throw it in yourself. And if you don't do it right, you're not really getting accomplished anything, right? Right, Jeff?
Yeah, that's true. We actually get a fair amount of calls of guys that are DIYing it. And, I think last year we sold 3 tanks without the installation. Mm-hmm. And inevitably, those folks call back and, just try to pick your brain. And, and then, hey, so I was going to wonder about,
you send your mobile guy out here, take a look at this
thing. I mean,
that's right.
There's a fair amount that goes into it. I mean, certainly when you're selecting the pump, you want to make sure that your through hole's in the right spot. You want to make sure that your plumbing's routed correctly. And then oftentimes there's a fair bit that goes into it that you don't anticipate when somebody just brings you XYZ boat and you're going to put a bait tank in it, Sometimes you have to relocate the battery trays, the fuel filter, and battery charger. I mean, sometimes you got to move all that stuff just to get it plumbed right. And those are the oversights, I think, that somebody just doing it in their driveway just kind of misses.
Do you guys like to pick different pumps and different manufacturers for different reasons, or is it one of those this is what we always use because it's the best, or do those things vary based on install and tank size?
If I'm doing the installation, I typically use the SureFlow pumps, like the Mag Drive thread-on pumps.
That's the best. Yeah, we've used that a lot, 800 and 1100 on everything, short of something bigger.
And then if we're doing, a 65 or we installed a 100-gallon tank and the Cyclone, the Jabsco Cyclone pump, as long as you can always adjust the flow. You just put some regulation valves in there, to meter it and get out of it what you're looking for. We've plumbed in auxiliary tanks. Sometimes when folks have those, transom tanks that they used to use and so forth, some folks like to keep them for, as a cooler or a kill box or, whatever. Some folks like to keep it, just to have variation in their bait. They go to the barge, put some Deans over here, in addition to Trovies over here, and, variation. So it's nice. You can kind of customize it and pull them in whatever you want.
That's exactly the scenario on our boat. We have a factory transom 27-gallon tank and then our big 85-gallon main tank. And most of our fishing at Clemente this year was not done with live bait, but you always want to have a little bit of mackerel on hand in case you see a marlin or a swordfish or you need to fish one. And rather than putting an extra 800 pounds of water on the boat, we would just shut the valve off to the main tank and put a little bit in that transom tank and throw a dozen mackerel in there and scoot across that way.
You guys can do all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, phones are packing up. One line open if you want to get through. That's at 877-792-1090. Open right now. You want to get through, you better take your shot. Talk to these experts here, as well as have a chance to win that pair of Maui Jim sunglasses. Let's jump in the phones, Rick.
You got it, man. Why don't we start it off up in Dana Point? Talk to Chuck. Chuck, good morning. Thanks for getting us started here on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good meeting you the day at the shop. Me and Chuck came down for that rod. And what a shop you guys have down there at Seaforth.
Oh,
but on the Yamaha thing, we were doing our upgrade on our little dinghy, and we have a 25 Honda, and I was calling around to trade it in for a Yamaha, these guys that have Honda places. And I found out that the Honda is a little down on power when you're like, he's, well, you can do a 30. If I really wanted a 40, he goes, well, that's like 1,800 cc's more, or just that 5 more horse. I was pretty impressed with that. But do they make the stainless steel filters for them so you don't have to use the paper? That you just wash out and reuse, like on your oil?
Why would you want to do that?
Well, because when you change them all the time, the paper takes heat less. And because I race Yamaha bikes, and that was the hot ticket, was having a stainless steel one. You could just rinse it out. And then on your mobile thing, you might be on the water next year doing mobile mechanic repairs out in the water, go out and save people.
All right. Well, I don't think that exists in the marine world, does it, Jeff?
Most of the filters that we come across that we're cleaning is typically on the air side, when you're dealing with just oil and fuels. I mean, you're right. Most of the filters have paper elements. But just from the cost perspective and the ease of just spinning something new on, I mean, we typically just replace rather than clean.
Yeah. And I just think you're trying to filter out such micro, teeny particles that I think you want the reliability of a new filter, not a cleaned filter, would just be my guess. I mean, I have nothing concrete to back that up, but I think the safety in having a new filter each time. I mean, you're filtering out the teeniest of particles. You don't want to rinse that thing and reuse it and call it good.
You also got warranty issues.
Yeah,
with what Yamaha says.
Good point. Yeah, I don't think Yamaha would like that at all. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. That does free up 858-457-1090.
How about we start this one off with Mo calling from Vista. What's up, Mo? Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, guys. I want to talk to Jeff.
Hey, Mo, how are you doing?
Real good. I was wondering, I've got problems right now. The water coming in my my belge. It's going through my pump.
Okay.
Do they have a check valve or something I can put in there to stop it from doing that?
Which pump are you referring to?
My belge pump.
Okay. Yeah, you can put it.
I got 2 belge pumps, one with a float on it and one just manual.
Okay. Sure, there is a check valve that you can install, absolutely.
So you mean like a one-way valve?
Yep.
Where it can check out, but it can't check in.
That's correct.
Yeah. And so what you're having is basically when you turn the pump on, it's backflowing into the bilge.
Right.
Is that right? Yeah. That's an easy solution. Just put a
well,
one-way
yeah,
valve on, right?
But when you're going across swell and it hits that side of your boat and it just starts throwing some water into your valve, into your pump, outlet, and it's getting a little more than I expect to come in there.
Sure. They do make those varying hose sizes, so depending on what your pump is, absolutely, you can pick them up at your local West Marine or your local boat supply shop.
Does that just go in line with the hose?
Yep.
So plenty easy install.
Absolutely.
Cut the hose, splice it, call it a day.
A couple of hose clamps and done.
Perfect. There you go. Easy solution. which isn't always the case when it comes to marine things.
No, that's true.
Yeah. All right, Mo, hope that helped you out. Thanks a lot for the call this morning. That does free up. 858-457-1090, open right now.
Using Mo's problem as like an example, how does something like that normally go troubleshooting for you guys? You know, guy calls and says, hey, I got this. You know, I know that you have a mobile service. Do you have the ability to come out and look at it? Does something like that normally a customer will bring the boat in to you? I mean, Mo's question sounds like you've already got it dialed, but, you know, if somebody's got X problem, how does the troubleshooting normally go down?
It's a great question because sometimes you can't find the problem right away. How we typically handle that, customer calls up, says, hey, I have, XYZ problem. We will visit the boat. The conversation will be, hey, we'll check it out, try to simulate it, maybe take the boat out for a sea trial, whatever the case may be to replicate the issue, and then really just go from there. If we can determine what the issue is right away, then great. Sometimes we might have to take the boat back to the shop and do a little bit more thorough troubleshooting. It really does depend on the issue.
Yeah.
But we will go to the boat and we will take it for sea trial and, all those types of things to replicate and try to,
problem solve.
Yeah.
Again, I think such a huge, advantage having the ability to pull a boat out and having your shop right there in San Diego. I mean, wherever a guy is at, your shop's, you're 10 minutes from any launch ramp and, that's appropriate, Mission Bay, San Diego Bay, whatever.
Yeah, that was a big part of us opening there on Garnett and PV was let's be local. I don't want people driving out of town. We're right here. Let's get close to the ramp. Yeah.
Yeah, you can yank a boat out, get it to your shop right away,
and we can sea trial something super easy.
Sure.
I mean, we're trying to get down to boats, troubleshoot them. A lot of times parts are a problem. Like, I don't want you to bring your boat to me. We diagnose everything, order parts that are back ordered. Now your boat has to go back to your house or it sits there for weeks. Like, we're looking at customer service as being one of the number one things in the service industry.
That's great.
Being an authorized Yamaha dealer, you stock the parts. Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you have easy access. If you don't have it in stock, you can get it pretty quickly. Not a lot of that going around.
Especially when the fish are biting, so you want your stuff fixed.
You don't want to be down. Yeah. You want to have a guy that knows what they're doing in your outboard or your boat, and also to have the parts to fix it, too. Those are important factors, yeah, for sure. Hey, 858-457-1090. Let's jump back on the phone.
You got it, man. How about we talk to Brian calling us from Hookup Valley this morning. What's up, Brian? Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
I just saw that article on Western Outdoors about the ethanol in the gasoline, and I was kind of worried about what it's going to do to the motors, because I'm thinking about getting a boat in March. And what kind of maintenance do you have to do for
that? That's a tricky one. I mean, certainly the ethanol is a challenge. There's really not much you can do. Just stay on top of regular maintenance. Some of the stuff that we have to look at is the degrading of the actual fuel lines. That's and also, kind of how it plays a role in carbureted engines. So I'm not sure what type of boat you're looking at.
Are the new four-strokes, like the new Yamaha four-strokes, are they kinder to ethanol-based fuels or ethanol-added fuels or whatever you'd call them?
I mean, I think the natural progression is to, take those kind of factors into consideration when you're making your engine and kind of deciding how your injectors and stuff are going to work.
Sure.
I mean, but you guys know, depending on where you're buying your gas, who knows what you're getting, really.
Yeah. So what are the issues with ethanol? What are some of the problems?
Well, the alcohol will break down the interior of the fuel lines, and that just creates excess debris that finds its way into your filters, finds its way into your fuel lines, finds its way into your fuel pumps, into your VSTs. And that's why I mentioned earlier, your carburetor issues, because it also, when it sits, it turns jelly-like, and so that substance can then find its way into your tank, it finds its way into your jets. Those are the biggest issues that you have is when you're burning fuel regularly, you have less problems. When you let the fuel sit and it starts to break down, it just creates, more debris and sludge that you have to kind of contend with.
So use your boat, start your boat.
Yeah.
Usage is a big one. You've got to fire it up, and we noticed that in boats. If you let them sit with that ethanol as a challenge, you want to use a stabilizer or something. So.
And again, I think it comes down to maintenance. Fuel lines degrading, filters needing to be changed, all that rolls into. And as ethanol becomes a thing, and as these The thing is, we're all contemplating problems that haven't really happened yet because the usage and time hasn't allowed. But as time goes by, those problems are going to come to the surface more, and you're just going to know, oh, that's part of the routine. How many hours you got on this thing now? Yeah, we should probably do the fuel lines. You should probably do the fuel filter more often or less often. But I think all of it comes down to just being fixed by keeping up on your maintenance.
The one thing I've noticed about Jeff is that he's a preventative guy. He says, okay, well, I think we should do this. We think we should do that, and that's kind of one of your deals is do the maintenance before it causes a problem.
Well, I mean, even to Dan's point a moment ago when, sometimes not like fuel line is hard to get, but if you are staying on top of the preventative side of things, our ideal customers, folks that want to use their boats, like to go out fishing, like to go out and just boat in general. So we want to keep you on the water. So when you come in for service, if there's something that we see and something that we recommend that you replace and it's an easy fix and it might keep the boat for an extra day or not even, let's just go ahead and do it now. If that results a year from now in an issue that we have to now order a parts coming out of Georgia or it's back ordered, then your boat's down for 2 or 3 weeks and it could have been resolved just by taking action a little bit earlier.
I dig it, man. I think that's great.
Yeah, good stuff. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning. That does free up 877-792-1090.
Doug and San Marcos, you're up next on Let's Talk Hookup. Hi, Doug. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Great show.
Thank you.
Hey, I've got a question. I've got a new Yamaha 250. What kind of fuel additives should I be adding into it? And should I keep the fuel tank full at all?
That's a good
when I'm done fishing, should I stop at the gas station on my way home and keep the tank full?
It's a good question, Doug. How often do you fish?
Get out at least 3 times a month.
Okay. Then I would. And how big is your fuel tank?
Oh gosh, I don't. Oh, it's got a 400-mile range, 110 gallons.
Okay, cool. It's an interesting question, and there are a lot of people that have varying views on whether to keep it full or not. I'm an advocate of keeping it full, especially if you use your boat a lot. You're gonna, have turnover on that fuel. If you do fish that much, I don't necessarily think that you have to keep it full every time you fish. So it wouldn't hurt, certainly, if you're using the boat 3 times a month, unless you're storing the boat in 150-degree heat or something outrageous, I would say just fuel up when you need to fuel up. It's good to cycle the fuel, empty the tank. That's fine, as long as, we're not putting excessive time into it where moisture can build up or heat can degrade the fuel. I would say, every 2 months fill up the tank, something like that. It's good to keep fresh fuel in there, absolutely. And if you're going to keep, let's just say you're going to not use the boat for a period of months, fill it up, throw some fuel additive in there.
Okay. What kind of fuel additive?
I'm a Yamaha guy, so I recommend Yamaha fuel additives. The fuel conditioner and stabilizer. The
fuel conditioner stabilizer. That's
yeah.
So that's like if your boat's sitting, it'll lose octane, right? And
yep,
the fuel stabilizer conditioner will re-octane the fuel.
What that actually does is it just helps keep the fuel kind of stable.
Uh-huh.
You can't really protect from losing octane. That's just going to happen. It's just a time equation.
Yeah.
But it helps keep the fuel together. It helps keep protect against fuel separation. So that's one of the things that ethanol, kind of is notorious for. It'll break the fuel down and it'll separate out. It'll just help keep the fuel in good running condition. And then another additive that we recommend that can be used, really at any point in owning the boat is putting some ring-free in your fuel from time to time. It just helps clean the internal components, breaks down some of the carbon buildup that, it can find its way into piston rings and, valve seats and stems and that sort of stuff, and just helps keep it cleaner. And, you're going to get better fuel economy, more power, consistently. An annual or semi-annual treatment with some ring-free is a good idea.
It's January. This is a time of year that people tend to not use their boats as often. There just seems to be no reason why somebody shouldn't go out and just get some fuel stabilizer today, put it in the tank. I mean, there's seems to be zero downside to it.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, and so Dan, why, if you're letting the boat sit, keep the fuel tank full? Why is that?
Well, you've got the, like he said, if it's in heat, it'll separate and you get some moisture in there, and now you get the fuel separation issues. If it's topped off, you have less room for that, I guess, evaporation area to happen.
Condensation.
Yeah, the condensation to kind of
water in the fuel.
Exactly, and that's obviously you're out there fishing, and it's a challenge. I mean, the boat sat for 6 months. You know, we've had that issues. I've definitely had it, and we've had to deal with it. So, and fuel polishing is not cheap. You want to get that fuel taken out. It's better to buy a stabilizer than have a guy come and pull all that gas out of your tank.
Yeah, again, all this he keeps coming back to that. Do it ahead of time. Spend a little money now on fuel additive rather than a lot of money getting your whole tank polished.
Listen to your mechanic.
Yes, indeed. That's good advice. Hey, thanks a lot for the phone call this morning.
Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way, including an opportunity for you to win those Maui Jim sunglasses. Again, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
There is an undisclosed paradise waiting for you in your own backyard. It's the La Mission Hotel in beautiful Loreto, Baja California. Experience one of the few towns that has truly kept the spirit of old Baja, combined with the luxury of a 5-star hotel. Old Mission traditions, authentic lifestyle, and a wealth of Mexican culture still lives at the La Mission Hotel. Situated on the water and just steps from the harbor, take advantage of the fantastic fishing and natural beauty of the Sea of Cortez and the islands of Loreto. Loreto has long been known as the Dorado capital of the world, but huge tuna, wahoo, marlin, yellowtail, and pargo are abundant too. La Mission Hotel can set up affordable fishing trips, dive packages, and family fun adventures to enjoy the rich natural abundance of Loreto. La Mission also has a fantastic spa, fine dining at Los Olivos restaurant, and the famous pizza grill will amaze and stimulate your palate. Relax, fish, and enjoy the beauty and adventure of Loreto at the La Mission Hotel. Fishing and other very affordable packages are available. Once you go, you're hooked. Check LaMissionLoreto.com for details. La Mission, the beauty and fun of Loreto is waiting for you.
Buying a boat is a big decision, and you don't want to make a costly mistake with the wrong one. This is Pete Giacalone for Cussler Yachts. I've been in the fishing business my whole life. In fact, there are probably many of you out there that have fished with me. Well, now I've taken my boating knowledge and joined the team at Cussler Yachts. Mike Cussler and the rest of our team are true professionals when it comes to finding you the right boat. Just ask Pete Gray. I helped him make the right decision on his new boat after an extensive search, and we can help you find the boat of your dreams. We specialize in sport fishing boats and are the exclusive dealer for Regulator Marine, the finest center consoles on the market. At Cussler Yachts, we know fishing and we know boats, inside and out. We can save you thousands of dollars and get you into the right fishing boat for your needs and budget. Cussler Yachts is located on the waterfront at the beautiful Konakai Resort, and you can check us out on our website at CusslerYachts.com. That's KUSLER Yachts.com. Or give us a call at 1-866-607-5471. Ask for Pete and let me know you heard about it on Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, it's time to talk about great gear from Shimano, and you got to tell you, Bay Bass Tournament next week, a couple of weeks.
Yeah, coming
of course,
up.
We got the big Dana Landing event next week, and you want to get down there and buy what rig next Sunday for your Bay Bass Tournament?
If I was at the Dana sale and I was looking for San Diego Bay, I would be looking at that Tranks 300, or better yet, that Tranks 400 reel, especially if you're going to do the long lining technique where guys like to allow a lot of line off the reel in their drift, let that mono settle to the bottom, keeping your swim bait in the strike zone in San Diego Bay. The Tranks 400 offers you a reel that's got tons of power, but fits in your hand very comfortable and has that mega line capacity to keep your spool diameter nice and full when you've laid that line out on the bottom. Tranks 400, ultimate Bay Bass reel for sure, if you're fishing deep water channel sand bass.
No doubt. You match that with the Terramar rod, what, an 80?
I do an 80 MH.
80 MH. You like that stiff rod. I do, right? That's kind of medium, right?
Yeah, medium heavy Terramar 8-foot rod. Plenty soft in the tip section, makes a really good casting rod, lots of backbone. They're a really, really good combo.
Yeah, good deal. All right, Terramar Tranks combo for your Bay Bass fishing. Get it next Sunday at Dana Landing on sale, or just go to your local Shimano dealer and check it out.
This is Captain Tim Ekstrom from the long-range vessel Royal Star. With my partners Randy Toussaint and Brian Sims, we have set the bar for the long-range fishing experience. A spring 8-day, summer 5-day, or a fly-down, fly-back 11-day winter trip, we deliver the highest quality long-range voyage you will find. From our premium RSW fish storage to our top-of-the-line chefs and crew, Royal Star distinguishes itself from all others. Want to grab a spot on the Royal Star? Check us out at RoyalStarSportFishing.com or call Tracy at 619-224-4764.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup on the Mighty 1090. Been a busy morning already this morning. Again, if you want to get your opportunity to talk to the boys from H&H, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090.
Indeed. Let's find out what's biting out there, Rick.
You got it, man. It's time for the Catch Report, which today is sponsored by the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Not only do they offer the best processing for your fish when your trip returns to the San Diego landing, now with Fish Pros The Market, you can purchase fresh fish, smoked and jerky fish, spices, rubs, smoked cheese, and their famous tuna burgers, all at their convenient Liberty Station location, or you can just order online at fishermansprocessing.com. We're going to head up to Dana Point, talk to the man from Dana War Sport Fishing, Captain Brian Woolley's on the line right now. What's up, Woolley?
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you this morning?
Doing great. Good morning.
Good. Gosh, we had a short, wet week this week. Gosh, man, rain was so good.
Not ideal.
Oh. Well, hey, we were able to get boats away from the dock as of Friday. So we had yesterday and Friday that we've had boats out. As far as our 3/4 day stuff right now, we're still really leaning on that sculpin as it's been the most consistent for us. We've been able to make a good catch on that stuff. And the fishing along the beach is still in that reset mode after that.
I got you. That's the thing, though, with that tough weather, not a lot of opportunity, but certainly some good weather, good weather coming forward and plenty of good opportunities to come and hopefully get some big fish on that halibut leaderboard.
Yeah, totally. They're out there today on the Sun Fun, so hopefully they get something like that. But you also have the San Mateo. He's out on the limited load offshore trip, believe it or not. He's out there today looking for some of that yellowtail, and there's been some signs still. There's some guys out yesterday that I know, some skips that has a good shot at some of that fish too. So
amazing.
We'll keep our eyes on that as that plays out today as well. So hopefully I get a little bit of that in our count. So we're planning on taking advantage of good weather next week, having boats out every single day. So if you guys want to get on a trip, call the landing, save your spot, help us build a trip that way. Our phone number here is 949-496-5794. Of course, you can check us out on the web at danawharf.com, and always use that discount code Dana, I think is what it was, D-A-N-A.
Yeah.
Yep, Dana. That'll save you 25% on one of these local trips.
What a great deal. Right on the front page of the Let's Talk Hookup website. Click on that Dana Wharf banner. Go right there. Book online. Use the code DANA. 25% off on a local trip. How about that?
$50. Save a few dollars, no doubt about it. So.
Yeah, that's really nice, you guys. And thanks, Captain Brian Woolley, Dana Wharf Sport Fishing. It's going to be a great week, except for tomorrow.
That's it.
Little breezy.
Little breezy tomorrow, but after that, it's going to be beautiful.
There we go. All right, guys, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you next Sunday.
All right, appreciate that very much. All right, we're going to continue later on when we hear from Gundy.
You got it.
About what's going on here. But let's go ahead and jump back in the phones in the meantime.
Sounds good. Let's talk to Mike. Mike's calling us from Rosemead this morning. Good morning, Mike. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Bear with me on this. I have a 2003 F-150, and I religiously changed the fluids and did all the maintenance on it myself, with the exception of, like, transmission work and stuff, but all in my driveway. So to get to the question, and it still runs like a top. It runs like it's brand new. But to get to the question, I don't know what kind of motors drive your boat, Pete, but how far can you go as far as maintenance, like on the water, let's say on outboards, that you can do?
What can you do in the water that you can't, and what can't you do in the water, Jeff?
Well, that's kind of situational, actually, depending on the slip that it's in and kind of what's around you. In some cases, you can even drop a lower unit and get it off the boat in the water, but they're...
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can. It just... the challenge presents itself based on your surroundings, so,
sure.
It really does depend on kind of the structure of the dock system and your access points, where the cleats are, how you can tie the boat up. But, certainly some folks have asked me, I mean, I've done timing belts in the water. I mean, like, stuff that most people typically will haul the boat out. I mean, if it's a situation where the boat can't leave the water, we'll try to get as much done as we can in the water.
In the water.
Yeah.
Sure. But whenever you change the upper fluids, the oil change, you need to change that lower end too, right?
You do. Yep.
Yeah, and that's really important.
Absolutely.
That's what drives the prop.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, people do overlook that from time to time, but, I mean, you change that oil every 100 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, they often forget that a lot of us get fishing line in there, and maybe you don't get out right away, so you're going to be, a little bit of water is going to be seeping through those seals. So if we change it, we know. And then we say, hey, there's some milk. Let's take a look at something else. And we can, again, keep you fishing.
Plus, that whole thing we talked about, just being able to even get the prop off sometimes. People never take the prop off, grease those splines. I mean,
that's something you do whenever you do a service.
Every time.
Part of the deal.
Every time.
Yeah, that's huge. And I'm sure that that's not the case with every outfit in the world. I mean, there's, maybe it doesn't have to be done as far as the service being done correctly, but it does have to be done to keep that boat, in tip-top shape for whatever gremlin you haven't seen go down the line.
Yeah, absolutely. We recognize that if we're going to work on your boat, we'd like to work on it multiple times. So we're actually taking care of you, but we're taking care of ourselves as well.
Sure.
We're going to have to pull that prop again, and we don't want to hurt ourselves later on.
Yeah. Yeah, we've seen issues like that before, haven't we, Dave?
Yeah.
Jeff. Yeah. Indeed. Hey, all right. Hey, good question, though. Thanks a lot for the call. That does free up 877-792-1090. Open right now. You want to get through, there's your chance. Now, we talked about it earlier a little bit, but the big event, 1 week from today, can you believe that? We're going to be starting it off with a live broadcast at Let's Talk Hookup at Dana Landing in Mission Bay. It's the big 7th Annual Bay Bass Seminar and Sale at Dana Landing. And you guys are going to be there, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
We'll be there in the morning. So, we'll be there all day talking to people, telling them what we do.
You're going to have some of your stripers there?
I got the stripers. Unfortunately, the Sun Road Boat Shows at the exact same time.
Sure.
Which is the same
they're
weekend.
They're at the boat show.
I'll definitely have brochures. We'll definitely go through some pricing. We've got a great relationship with Dana Landing, so we'll get the boats down there on one of these weekends.
Yeah, and Jeff, you'll be there with a booth talking to people.
Absolutely.
Answering questions.
Every question.
Telling people, about your service at H&H.
Yep.
Yeah. So
We'll probably have some coupons for you, and
all right.
Come on down and see us.
Yeah, that's going to be a great. Of course, starts with live broadcast, and then 10 to 11, we're going to have a great seminar with Corey, Afrin, Ben, and Matt talking bay bass fishing. And then Stephen told me he's got over 25 different vendors coming. Over 25 different vendors coming. And then we talked about the sale, too.
Yeah, I mean, the sale's huge. And, again, if you're going to fish, if you're fishing the San Diego Anglers Bay Bass event, it's a must-go. But even if you're not interested in bay bass fishing, just an opportunity to talk to, the best in the business as far as fishermen go, with that panel that they have, and then all of the different tackle vendors there with related inshore gear, whether it's rods and reels and lures, and you're going to get to see the newest and latest and greatest stuff, a lot of the stuff that came out at ICAST, a lot of things you might not normally get to see until Fred Hall. There'll be vendors there displaying gear. This is a really, really cool event, and they do it so right. Traeger lunch and, killer sales, all the different things come with it. It's definitely worth the trip down from L.A. or Orange County. It's a lot more than just a Bay Bass Day.
Yeah. We'll hear later on in the show a lot more. Steve said he's going to call in and talk up all the last-minute details of what they're dealing with. But in the meantime, there's our surf guru, Gundy Gunderson. Good morning, Gundy.
Good morning, gentlemen. How you doing today?
Hi, Gundy.
Kind of a tough week for us surf guys.
Not the nicest week to go down to the beach last week.
Yeah, and I called around yesterday, and it was dirty, off-color water, that whole deal. But looking forward, there's some things to watch, and that's the perch bite on the northern beaches, and the better quality. Those 2-pound class models have been up there: Oxnard, Ventura, Camarillo, Santa Claus Lane, that kind of deal. And, there was a decent pick on the halibut. But what I'll talk about real quick this week is what I like to do when I'm wiped out on the weather is look to the gear, so a little maintenance. And this is kind of I look at reel maintenance as light and heavy. So just as a light thing, I'll clean the reel up and then dump the line, get that salt out of the bottom of the spool, and then I can do the drags. They're pretty simple. And with a little drag grease, I'll pop them out, get the sand and clean them up, and then use some more drag grease. That's a pretty basic stuff you can do yourself. And then just lubricate the thing, the handle, the main shaft, like the rotor, wipe off any excess oil so you don't get the dirt building up on there. And then, if you see things like on the main shaft, if you see that oil is starting to turn gray, that's usually ground up sand that's gotten in there. And that's when it's time to take it into the shop, or, I take my Shimano stuff over there and they take care of me. But your local shop, and this is a good time to do it, Rock Cod will agree with this, because as we get into spring, those guys get busy, and right now they can, put their full attention on your stuff and get it back to you pretty quick. The other thing with the rod, I'll clean it up with soapy water, scrub the handle area there that kind of gets bound up with a brush, and scrub the cork or whatever, the handle. And then inspect the guides. Sometimes you get these little sneaky little cracks in them. You get bent guides. Those cracks, they'll definitely damage your line. So you want to check things like that. And maybe I like the silicone bag and then wipe the whole down, just get you ready. And then don't forget to do. And then I'll go into my tackle, and I'll put new hooks in, a few new sinkers, and I'll update all that. So, there's never really nothing to do when it comes to fishing.
Yeah, always something, right, Gundy? Yeah, good
Gundy.
advice. That's very good advice. And a guru, Gundy Gunderson, sure appreciate all you do. And we'll talk to you next Sunday.
All right, gentlemen, have a good week.
All right, you too.
Thanks. Gundy. Wrap up the Kedge Report. The 2019 CCA Sport Fishing Tide Calendar. It is out and available right now, but you have to register your calendar to get those prizes. Again, this month they're going to be announcing winners. We announced it yesterday. You just go to ccacalifornia.org to register your calendar. When you buy the calendar, on the backside you'll see a prize-winning number. Jump on the website, register your purchase and your number. Don't forget, you can help the CCA by purchasing your 2019 calendar at tackle stores, landings, Turner's Outdoorsman, and online at surffishtackle.com.
Hey, Saturday, February 9th is the Gale Arms Memorial Lobster Tournament in San Diego Bay. $30 entry per person. They have big cash payouts, and it's going to be at the Shelter Island launch ramp. You want to RSVP before you enter the tournament. Just call Bobby Arms at 619-857-8619. That's Saturday, February 9th, the Gale Arms Memorial Lobster Tournament.
Awesome. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. Another full hour of your phone calls, 858-457-1090 or 877-792-1090. More Let's Talk Hookup coming your way on the mighty 1090.
It's back. The Big Bay Bass Tournament and Dana Landing in Mission Bay will host the 7th Annual Ultimate Bay Bass Seminar and Sale Sunday, January 27th. It all starts with a live Let's Talk Hookup broadcast at 7, followed by the ultimate panel discussion next door at Fast Lane Kayaks with Benny Florentino, Afrana Booten, Corey Sandin, and Matt Moyer. Learn the best techniques for catching fish in the bay. Get free lunch from Traeger Grills. Plus, almost everything will be on sale at Dana Landing. We're talking big discounts on the tackle you need from all the top manufacturers. Over 20 different tackle representatives and vendors will be on hand to answer your questions. From Fisherman's Processing to Pure Fishing, Seeker, Phoenix, Daiwa, Salty Crew, Cedros Kayak Fishing, and more. Sign up for CCA at the Dana Landing event and receive a $40 gift card. It's one day only, Sunday, January 27th, and only at Dana Landing, right across from SeaWorld, next to the Dana Launch Ramp in Mission Bay.
Pete here to tell you about our friends Jim and Mary and their incredible crew at Poway Valley Collision. I hear it all the time. Hey, I took my car to Poway Valley Collision, and you were right. Mentioned you guys, and they gave us the VIP treatment. Fixed our car, and even gave us a special price. Believe me when I say Poway Valley Collision is worth the drive from anywhere in the Southland. We know you may not need them now, but when accidents happen, it pays to go to Poway Valley Collision. And I'm not fooling. Our listeners can save hundreds of dollars on your car or truck repair. They work with most insurance companies, including Auto Club, MetLife, and Wawanesa, and more. All you do is call Jim, Mary, or any of their team members, and they do all the rest. No hassles, just top-notch work and VIP treatment. I had my car repaired at Poway Valley Collision, and the job was perfect. So get your vehicle fixed right at Poway Valley Collision, 14211 Garden Road in Poway. Check PowayValleyCollision.com.
XEPRS 1090 AM, Rosarito, Baja California.
San Diego's sports leader. The home of ESPN Radio. The mighty 1090.
Here's John Ireland for Rancho Leonero.
The main emphasis on the ranch, we're going to keep it old style. We're not going to change anything. We're just going to improve what we have. The kitchen is brand new kitchen this year with all new kitchen equipment, new stoves, ovens. We put a new freezer in. We've put in all brand new split air conditioners with thermostats to make sure every room is cold. We've also worked on the boat fleet with a couple large lures, a 31 and a 34. We've got the largest Super Ponga fleet on the East Cape, all with brand new Yamaha motors. Brand new beds. We've got all Serta beds, the best beds in Baja, I kid you not. We're working all the time at the ranch. We're not changing it, just making it a lot better. That's why we get the high TripAdvisor reviews. It's my responsibility. I got to take care of you. I'll personally guarantee your best fishing experience and vacation at Rancho Leonero. RanchoLeonero.com. Our new reservation phone number is 800-646-2252, 646 Baja.
We all need to get around, but we all need something different from our vehicles. Your San Diego County Ford dealers have you covered if you're looking for a new truck this month. Plus, it's SUV season, so they have great deals for everyone. Whether it's a new EcoSport that is nimble and fun around town, or the Ford Explorer that is capable of putting a boat in the water and has seating for 7, Ford has you covered. Ford trucks and SUVs aren't just powerful and legendary. They have the latest technology that helps you seamlessly connect your smartphone and ensure you're safe on the road. Features like Pro Trailer Backup Assist on trucks are truly a game changer at the ramp, helping you back up a trailer by simply turning a knob on the dash and doing the hard work for you. So check out all the great deals during SUV season and save some money on the right gear for you. Learn more at buyfordnow.com or visit your San Diego County Ford dealers today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
It's long-range time at the Ridge and Lower Banks. Time to get your gear. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Big fish need big tackle, and that's why we recommend the Shimano Talica for tuna, Trinidad for wahoo, matched with a Terez rod. Choosing the right size Talica, Trinidad, and Terez is the trick, and that's where we come in, with more experience and expertise on long-range fishing than anyone. Fisherman's Landing Tackle has the Shimano gear for your long-range trip. Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego or on the web at saltwatertackle.com.